Notice. My name is Walter. I am 97 years old. When you reach this age, you learn to speak slowly.
Not because your thoughts have slowed down, but because every word carries a lifetime behind it. I never liked animals. It's not that I hated them, I just didn't want to get attached to anything that could leave. Life had already taken too much. Too many people. Too much time. I lost my parents early. Friends disappeared along the way. My wife passed away when I still believed I had plenty of later ahead of me. Little by little, I learned not to form bonds. It felt safer that way. Less pain. Or at least, that's what I told myself. At 87, I wasn't expecting much from life anymore. My days weren't bad. They were empty. I woke up, ate whatever was easy, sat in the same chair, looked out the same window, waited for night to come. I called that peace. Today, I know it was just waiting. Waiting for time to pass. Waiting for my body to finally give up. Waiting for the last silence. Until that day of rain. It wasn't an ordinary rain. The sky felt heavy from early morning, like it already knew something was about to overflow. The water started slowly, then grew stronger, and within hours the street turned into a river. I closed the doors, locked the windows, did what I had always done when something threatened to disturb my routine. I protected myself. I shut myself in. Then I heard a sound, weak, broken. A meow that wasn't asking for affection, it was asking for help. A sound easy to ignore, but impossible to forget. When I got closer to the door, I saw a cat trapped on higher ground, the water already reaching his body. Soaked, shaking, his eyes wide, fixed on me. There was no drama in that look. There was fear. I thought about turning away. I thought it wasn't my responsibility. I thought I was too old for trouble, for attachment, for another possible loss. I thought the time for courage had passed. But there, with the water rising, I understood something simple and hard. If I closed the door at that moment, it wouldn't just be him staying outside. I opened it, not out of kindness, out of discomfort. I pulled the cat in at the last moment, the water already advancing. He didn't react, didn't scratch, didn't run. He just stayed there, curled up, breathing, like someone who had come back from far away. I dried him with the oldest towel I had, put him in a corner, away from the wind. I told myself it was only until the rain stopped. I had always said that about everything in life. Just until it passes. Just for today. He stayed the night. Silent. And I slept badly. Not because of the storm, but because it had been years since I had shared silence with anyone. The next morning, I woke up earlier than usual. He was still there, alive, waiting. That was the day I gave him a name. Oliver. I don't know why. Maybe because it sounded too gentle for someone who had survived the force of the water. The days began to change without asking permission. There were schedules again. There was care. There was someone who depended on me for simple things like food, shelter, presents. I didn't notice it right away, but I had stopped thinking so much about death. I had stopped counting days. For the first time in a long while, I wasn't just waiting. I was living something, even if I didn't yet know how to call it life. Today, I am 97 years old. 10 years have passed since that flood. Oliver aged with me. We learned to walk slowly together. I talk to him, not because I think he understands the words, but because he understands presence. The house is still simple, still quiet, but it isn't empty, and that changes everything. Taking care of him was never easy. My body aches. Time weighs heavy. Some days, getting up feels like too much. But there is something curious I only understood late in life. When someone needs you, The body obeys more than the will. I get up because he waits. I walk because he follows. I continue because someone depends on me. And that, more than any medicine, keeps you here. With time, memories returned. Not as beautiful nostalgia, but as reckoning. I remembered how many times I chose work over presence, money over time, success over shared silence. I used to say I did everything for my family, and maybe I believed it. But what I delivered were well-justified absences. My children grew up learning not to depend on me. My parents died waiting for visits I kept postponing, and I called that responsibility. Today, I know the truth no one likes to hear. Time fixes nothing. Time charges interest. Death doesn't arrive suddenly for those who wait too long. It arrives slowly when no one needs you anymore, when your absence no longer matters. I was exactly there, alive, but unnecessary. Until a cat, one I almost ignored during a flood, gave me back priority. It wasn't romantic love. It wasn't a miracle. It was necessity. And that saved my life. Because we can endure being alone. What we cannot endure is feeling useless. Oliver didn't heal my regrets. He didn't bring my wife back. He didn't fix my choices. But he interrupted the waiting. He pulled me into the now. He taught me that presence is worth more than anything we keep promising to give later. If I could go back, I would choose differently. I would stay more, run less, listen more, wait less. But I can't go back. You still can. If you are listening to this, maybe you are waiting too. Waiting for work to slow down. Waiting for the kids to grow up. Waiting for life to begin. Don't wait. Time doesn't ask permission. Floods don't warn you. And the last regret always arrives when it is already too late. I learned late, but I learned. And if I'm telling you this now, it's not to teach. It's to confess. To say that there is still time as long as there is someone, something, a gesture, a presence that pulls you back into life. It doesn't have to be a cat. It has to be now. What are you still leaving for later? If this story spoke to you, subscribe to the channel. Here, we don't wait to live.